When I first got to America as an international student, I was a freshman in college. It was my first year. I was new. There was culture shock going on. I was trying to adjust to a new culture. And so I didn't put any pressure on myself to have friends. I didn't really have a lot of friends. I had a few acquaintances from class. And the way that the school system in America is set up is such that you could be in a class as someone, and that person could be in their third year in college, and you're in your first year in college. You pick your classes based on your educational plan. Unlike in Nigeria, when you start in year one, everybody that is in year one goes to year two, everybody that is in year two goes to year three. It doesn't work. It's very rare that you have one person in multiple classes, at least in your first semester. It was hard to make friends, but then I joined the international club. The international club was a place where international students used to meet from different countries. And that's why I got to meet a lot of Nigerians on campus. That's where I got to meet a lot of Africans from Zimbabwe, from Kenya, from Congo, and even some Indians and Chinese, Asians. It was quite fun. At that opportunity of being part of the International Students Club, I got that opportunity to make new friends. At that point, I still was not a friend person. I had people who were from my nationality, from my continent. I had people I could relate to on different levels, but there was just not that one person that I was close to. So it's something that I thought, if I have a chance, I'll give it a chance, right? So then after being in the International Students Club, I joined student government. Student government is an opportunity where students can now be part of people who decide what happens on campus. I was very excited to join, so I did join, and I was one of the senators. It was quite exciting, and that was where I met somebody who eventually became my best friend at the time. This is me, I don't believe in best friendship at that time. And this person, we just connected. I can't say what, and guess what? The person is not Nigerian, the person is not even African, the person was African-American. Match made in heaven. I wasn't in love at first sight, but I knew there was something about her that I liked. It was just, we're in student government, we're senators, student government, we come for meetings, we vote. It was just that at first. And then later, we now found out that, we're both Christians, we both are spiritual, we believe in the same things. Then we started to go to church together. I had some issues with accommodation at the time, so I rented a room in her mother's house. We started living together. I had my own room, she had her own room, but I was paying rent. We started living together. We started to go to church together. The first time I ever learned how to do makeup was because I was watching her do makeup. The first time I ever got any makeup thing at all, she took me to where I bought my first set of makeup, Victoria Gardens in Rancho. We connected, we bonded to a large extent, until we had to transfer. We started off at a community college, and then we had to transfer. She transferred to St. John's University in New York. I transferred to Penn State in Pennsylvania. And at the time when we both transferred, she was in a relationship with this Nigerian guy. I don't think he was in our school, but she kind of met him through mutual friends, right? And I remember telling him one day, I said, if you ever mess with her heart, and if anything happens, anything at all, don't even imagine that I'll be on your side because you're Nigerian. I'm going to be on her side, so you better don't mess with my friend. And it just seemed like a joke. Everybody was laughing about it. But guys, I don't even know what happened. Towards her graduation, they had issues. He was at her graduation. They even wore anko because she was very excited to be a Nigerian princess bride. Although they were not talking about marriage yet, but everything just was looking perfect, right? I honestly don't know what happened with their relationship, but I think maybe that's why we disconnected. Yeah, that's what happened. We became korikosun. Like, if I can't reach her, I'm worried. If I can't get a hold of her, like we're eating together, we're going to class together. It was a korikosun friendship. And then all of a sudden, it started to dwindle down. Like things started to just be awkward and change. We'll not talk as often. And when I would come back to Nigeria to get married, we were not communicating. Maybe it was months. When I went back to have my first baby, Zoe, I reached out to her and I told her I was pregnant, I was about to have a baby. The vibe was just off, and that, I can remember, was our last conversation, and since then, we just haven't spoken. The lesson for today is that people will live your life. Some relationships will come for a season or for a reason, and it will be time-bound. When it happens, don't define yourself based on the people that live your life. I still don't have an explanation as to why that friendship ended, but I just trust God that it was time up and I let it go. it was bothering me a little bit, and I had to ask my husband that this is what's happening, and I narrated everything to him, and he knows her because even before I met him, I was best friends with her. And he told me something. He said, search your heart. Is there anything that maybe you did or didn't do? And I said, honestly, I can't figure it out. I don't think I got a chance to ask her. The lesson here is that some people who are very close to you right now, who know everything about your life right now, may not necessarily be with you for the rest of your life, and you just have to accept it. That is part of life. Right now, I'm just learning how to be a friend again, and God is bringing some amazing, amazing friends into my life, and I just want to celebrate them. I celebrate them. I know they will not want me to call their names, but I celebrate them so much because I have seen that for every season of your life, you need a particular set of people. And if somebody is leaving, don't force them, because maybe it's time for your next level, and maybe they're not going to fit in your next level.